Signalgate, it's dead. I'm not going into that. However, Hillary Clinton weighed in on it. Tulsi Gabbard has some follow-up stuff on why this stuff is culturally important to the difference between the way Democrats are treated and Republicans are treated in the public. Welcome to the Doug Channel.
This isn't, cowboys and Indians and calling for scalps. This is actually what most people would think was if someone has behaved in a way that puts American lives at risk, they should be held accountable for it.
That sounds correct. So the claim is that the Signalgate, the Signal app releasing of J.D. Vance and Pete Hegseth's conversation and Mike Waltz, that is a security breach. That is 100% a security breach. It is correct. And I think Trump going out and saying it's not a big deal, it's a big deal. Okay, fine. No one got hurt though. My point is, it is unfair for the media to go after Trump uniquely because they had the world's biggest 4-year cover-up of every form of governmental corruption. In fact, I would say 8 years if you include what they did to Trump. Here's Scott Jennings.
Scott, what's your response?
Laura, may I, since she addressed me, I'll answer it.
Please.
In a Democratic, you don't have to make up hypotheticals, Lulu, about if this happened in a Democratic administration. Let me take you back in time. In a Democratic administration, the Secretary of Defense oversaw a disastrous military operation in which 13 servicemen died in Afghanistan. Then, to try to make up for it, they vaporized like 7 children in a drone strike. Then later, the Secretary of Defense went AWOL and didn't even tell the commander-in-chief.
He calls him Secretary of Defense. That's Lloyd Austin, the previous Secretary of Defense to Pete Hegseth.
You don't have to come up with a hypothetical, Lulu, because the bar apparently is very high for dismissing a Secretary of Defense.
I don't want your words to fall on ears that cannot hear you. Lulu, what's your reaction?
My reaction is it's not the same thing. I can take you back in time and talk about the Iraq War.
You're right, because people died. People died in the last case and not in this case.
Mistakes. This was using an unsecure method of discussion by the top members of this administration to discuss top secret, a top secret and very
in which case did people die?
Military.
Yeah, he's just comparing the deaths, and he's got a point. Now, Hillary Clinton wrote an op-ed piece in, I believe it was the New York Times. This is a New York Times journalist and a CNN, that Lulu gal. Is defending this. But Hillary Clinton kind of did see, I told you so. I told you they were coming after me. She's talking about destroying her servers. She's talking about Benghazi, where soldiers were killed. Our guys were killed. And Scott Jennings is going, you guys didn't care about that when someone was killed. And Hillary Clinton's victory lap is, now that Pete Hegseth and Mike Waltz and the Trump administration have committed this horrifying leak, you see, suddenly the Republicans don't want to go after him. Scott Jennings is going, no one got killed. It shows the difference is that no one got killed under Trump. All of the media is going nuts on it. These are all Democrat media, and the Democrats are going nuts on it. People got killed because of Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, Lloyd Austin, and nothing happened. Out of that Afghanistan withdrawal, that botched Afghanistan withdrawal, people are falling off of airplanes. Not one person was fired. And now they're going, you have to fire them because a message leaked out. That's the key to this thing.
I would like to hear finish her point.
Okay, and they're going to argue a little more. Now, here's Tulsi Gabbard. This goes to show with their security breach and why Hillary Clinton and Brennan, these high security people, no longer have a security clearance. She explains it.
The mob that stormed the Capitol on January 6th to try to stop Congress from carrying out its constitutional responsibilities were behaving like domestic enemies of our country.
Now, she calls them a domestic enemy, and that's something that the J6 people said, the Democrats said they were domestic enemies. I don't know if I'll go that far. She might be talking about their intent. There might have been a handful of them that were trying to overthrow the government, but and trying to stop the Congress from doing it. The ones that certainly were going after Mike Pence, saying that they wanted to get Nancy Pelosi and stuff like that. Yeah, I get it. But she's coming out strong against that because she's going to apply it to John Brennan and Adam Schiff.
But let's be clear. The John Brennans, Adam Schiffs, and the oligarchs in big tech who are trying to undermine our constitutionally protected rights and turn our country into a police state with KGB-style surveillance are also domestic enemies.
That'd be Chris Wray, head of the FBI.
And much more powerful and therefore dangerous than the mob that stormed the Capitol. Now, John Brennan said,
So I know looking forward that the members of the Biden team who have been nominated or have been appointed are now moving in laser-like fashion to try to uncover as much as they can about what looks very similar to insurgency movements that we've seen overseas, where they germinate in different parts of the country and they gain strength, and it brings together an unholy alliance frequently of religious extremists, authoritarians, fascists, bigots, racists, nativists.
And now they're just calling people names. Fascist, bigot, racist, nativist. Ooh.
Even libertarians.
And libertarians. Anytime I can take a shot at a libertarian, I just think it's funny that he puts them on a list of terrible things. It's wrong to be a fascist. It is evil to be a bigot. It's wrong to be a racist. I don't know about a nativist, maybe. Then he goes, and even libertarians in the list. The Democrats and the media did not stand up and do anything when Brennan overreached, when Adam Schiff overreached, when Christopher Wray overreached with the FBI. They said nothing. They don't care. So what do you call it when they only care when one party does it? You can dismiss them because this is a much lesser crime. Scott Jennings said, no one was killed. I'm Doug.